Hey guys, how you doing? All right, just ignore the fan noise in the background. I'm really sorry. It's about 85 degrees here in New York, and it's about 100% humidity. I don't have air conditioning in my shop because all the metal fibers and everything will get stuck in that thing, and it will probably cause a fire, and I won't be making knives anymore. So I will just be sweating it out today. Not a big deal. It's all right. It's part of the life of a knife maker to start sweating and love the work that he does. In any case, I got two knives that are almost complete. I already took the liberty of gun bluing them, and I'm probably going to do another coat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel along, and you could watch as I'm completely going to finish these knives. All right. These knives are the Last Ditch 2 model. They are hollow ground on both sides. The jimping on top is completely hand done. Everything on this knife is completely hand done. I started with 5160, which comes like this in bar stock. These are not water jetted. I could show you the link down below where you can watch me make these completely from bar stock, cut them out, mill them out and everything. If you're interested in watching those videos, there's a whole series on it. I think there's about 7 or 8 videos on me making the Last Ditch 2s. The Last Ditch 2 was obviously a runoff from the Last Ditch 1, where Such did a video, and I decided that it was, although it was a great knife, I decided to enhance it more for a cutting ability. This knife by itself is mostly made as a cutter, although it is 1/4 of an inch thick, 5160. It is a very durable steel, and it's very high carbon content, which is why I use gun blue. Now, gun blue is great because it's easy to put on, and it does change the surface of the metal, so it is a little resistant to rust. I don't want to say it is stainless because it's not stainless, and yes, cold gun blue will come off if you overuse it or you tend to scratch it. But what's great about cold gun blue is that you can always touch it up, sand off that little rusty spot, touch it up, and then you're good to go. A little steel wool and your knife is good as new. Alright, I don't like a lot of the coatings that they come out with now. I think they are great as far as survival blades, and if you need something that's going to be constantly wet, yeah, those Cerakote is outstanding. You know, all that other stuff is great. But for me, in my small shop, I use gun blue. Two of these knives are going out to two great guys. The first one is going to go to Sugarcreek Forge. Sugarcreek Forge, Tim is an excellent knife maker and world traveler. In his day job, he does a lot of traveling around the world and give people business advice, etc. He's a professional in that field and a professional world traveler, I'd like to say. A short while ago, he went into Africa and he started the Bamba Forge. Bamba Forge is a bunch of guys over there that decided that they want to be knife makers, and they have very, very primitive skills. And when Tim went over there, he did quite a bit of work to get them up and running and to teach them. And one of these knives is going to go to an auction that has to do with the Sugarcreek Forge build-off. So I'm going to give him one of these knives when they're complete, obviously, and he's going to auction it off. And whatever money that he gets from the auction of one of these knives, they are going to go to the Bamba Forge in Africa, which I think is an excellent, excellent charity, and I think it's great that guys that live in a village that probably doesn't have electricity can make awesome, authentic African knives. All right, so that's really cool. Really proud of that, and more than happy to help. The other knife is going to go to Haas USMC. Him and I are Marine Corps brothers, and that's all. That's enough said. He was interested in this knife. I'm going to send it to him. He'll probably do a little bit of testing, but ultimately these knives are what they are called. They're last ditch knives. They're not huge choppers. They're not mega Godzilla killers. They're basically a nice, almost 3-inch blade, completely hand done, completely hand ground from bar stock. Rockwell is about 57 to 60, something around there. Spring steel is great because it is it's spring steel, so you can bounce it off things, you can baton with it, all that other stuff. Like I said, every single one of these knives will be a little bit different because they are done by my own hand. They are not water jet. So that being said, These are great knives. I have plenty of them. I think I have about 2 bins full of them. They're all heat treated, ready to go. I just have to grind them and get them out. You could also pick these up on my website if you don't want to wait for the reviews or anything else. Go to threeriverblades.com. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting handles on these knives, and thanks for watching, guys. Go to 3riverblades.